So OpenAI is having an announcement at 10 a.m. to announce some new features. I don't know, but I just thought I would just pop on this quick live stream and hang out with y'all. I only have 15 minutes before I got to head to town. So what do you think OpenAI is going to announce? I was basically looking at a blog post or an actual Twitter post here that they have, and they're actually showing this interesting animation here. And it basically shows that says live stream. If you can we're going to go ahead and play this. It says today, and then it actually shows 10 a.m. PDT. And so to me, this actually looks like a web browser. You know, if you ever see the little tabs in your like Chrome browser, they have these little tab-like interfaces. And so this looks interesting because you see how this is kind of specifically drawing up and around as far as the animation. And I'm just kind of wondering, what are you thinking that this could be? For me, like, I don't know, like I'm kind of curious. And that's why I just pop on this live stream. Let's kind of do a quick hangout and see what type of announcements they could be doing. I mean, are they going to announce a new language model? I really doubt it, but I'm just kind of curious what you guys are thinking as far as what type of announcement could be. Let's go ahead and look through the comments. It says loads of GPUs will melt today. Is it a new Sora feature? I don't think so. I don't think this would be, if it was Sora, they would do probably something more video oriented. And so I just kind of want to thought like, let's kind of hang out, drop the tea a little bit and see what's going on. So big shout out to Lulian P. Hey man, what's happening? What's popping? Also, Davidas, welcome, man. Thank you for being a member and for popping into the stream here. So what do you think they're going to announce? I mean, this to me looks like low-key some type of web browser, to be honest. I don't know. See, like whenever you go to a tab, like in Chrome and stuff, let me see if I can make a new Chrome window because I'm not a Chrome user. I mean, I use Chrome, but not as my full-time daily driver. See, check this out. You have these little tabs and they look exactly the same design style, right? I mean, look at this. Bro, tell me this is not a web browser. Tell me that OpenAI is not releasing a web browser right now in the chat. Like y'all got to drop in right now. New browser. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, bro. It's a browser thing because it keeps showing the tabs. Exactly. In my opinion, health related. Oh, I like this thinking here because they're big in the health. Like, I don't know if the last keynote that they dropped, not at the OpenAI Dev Day, but publicly for GPT-5, they announced health. And so if you're keeping track of your health records, you have these little manila folders and that's like a little tab as well. I kind of like where this is going because this is really an interesting idea. So yeah, y'all keep pulling the threads with this. That's what I'm thinking. Browser within ChatGPT. It really does look like a web browser. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm just really curious and I'm just kind of thinking like, who else is seeing this? Oh my God, ChatGPT browser. Oh, that'd be so fire right now. We're so freaking good. So we get Claude skills and we're going to get ChatGPT talents. Corbin, you're hilarious, bro. Please be a browser project. Aura. And privacy concerns with ChatGPT browser. Bro, like who cares about privacy these days, right? Hey. Nah, I agree. I don't think privacy's no one's really said too much about this publicly, even like Anthropic too much. Like, I think they talk more about like, you know, not being like controlling AI and like they do other concepts, but I haven't really heard them talk anyone specifically about privacy for quite some time. And like privacy goes into these really crazy domains as far as like levels of privacy you can have. And so I don't know, like, do you guys follow any privacy practices? People I talk to in the Valley already kind of accept that their data is gone. Like they don't own it, you know? And like I'm a little more conservative with my data and partnerships and different things I work on. But at the same time, I also realize that there's probably been other companies who've overreached their bounds and grabbed its data too. And I'm not a police for it. I mean, a lot of like data ML stuff also requires vast amounts of data. So like my personal data doesn't make any sense to a single person, but in the overall training set, it's really important to build these other relationships because that's actually what makes the AI very unique and actually makes it more creative because you have different perspectives from the same topics. And so just curious to see what you guys think as well. So yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting thing that we got going on here. Graphic has a heartbeat rhythm. Yo, Drewski, bro, coming in with that. Boom, boom. Oh my God, bro. Yes. So the EKG, that little thing goes, yeah. Oh, bro, it is health related, bro. I think you got it, bro. Bro, are you an insider right now? We got some insiders in the chat. I know we got them. And they don't even have their pictures profiles up in there. They're just up in here, spilling the beans and stuff. So ChatGPT coming in on web platform with all the apps being run inside of it. Not surprised, the integrated browser. I don't know. Hey, Google just launched a Build with AI Studio and integrates their API services like Nano Banana. Oh, you're going to have to generate API key. I need to check that out because I saw that they made announcements. They're yet to make, okay, internet is changing for real. That's interesting. So this one says, check out the Google Build feature with AI. Okay, I need to see this. That'd be really cool for sure. Looking for search intent. It looks like the really good time to launch their own browser. Hey, what's going on, Francisco? Yeah, man, we're trying to figure out what this whole like messaging is and what could be like actually announced right now. And I just wanted to hop on before I had to head out in 10 minutes and just think about like who else is talking about this, what's going on in this space right now. And let's just refresh this and see if there's any new sauce. Because I feel like, yeah, let's see. Browser, everyone's like, no one's talking about the health aspect though. I think my guy over here, Drewski's like an insider, low key. He's like, heartbeat rhythm, bro. Like with not only do you have the Chrome tab, but you have the whole heartbeat rhythm thing. I was like, not gonna lie, that's a really, really, really good. This is crazy. It's a browser called Aura. What's this Aura browser thing? I'm trying to figure this out. Bro, if I type in Aura, am I just gonna get all kinds of crazy stuff? Google launches vibe coding in AI Studio to ease app creation. Okay. Oh, I heard about this was going to be coming. Okay. So, and then Anthropic launches Cloud Code on web for iOS and developers. Wait, hold on. There's just all kinds of breaking news right now. That's really good. Okay. So let's just take a look at, okay. So everyone is doing their announcements today. And I think they're all trying to override each other because it's a Tuesday. So for those who don't know, like Tuesday is usually like the big model, like big frontier lab announcement day. If you're doing any product launches as a product builder, like an indie developer, never launch on a Tuesday because usually news like this comes out and they swipe all the news and then like your product launch or whatever you're going to talk about just kind of gets like I didn't get any views because everyone's like Googling or like searching on ChatGPT for like the latest thing. So yeah, that's what's up. Cloud Code on iOS browser came out finally. That's actually pretty fire, actually. My latest post where I cooked something, Google's new build with feature and 2 prompts. Hey, that's cool, man. You'll have to check that out a little bit. So, and then this is Logan actually talking about this the day before, right? He says, tomorrow's a special day for the AI Studio team. Since May, we've been heads down building a brand new AI vibe coding experience. Okay, I definitely will have to do a dedicated stream with it now because I have to head out at 8:45. And so I need to take care of some family business. I'm actually, for those who don't know, I actually had to fly back to the Bay Area to take care of a medical, like family emergency and stuff like that. So got that all kind of sorted out. And then so I'm flying back tomorrow. So a lot of flying back and forth, and I got to tear down the studio and I got to go meet with some folks at 9 o'clock. So I just only have like 10 more minutes or 5 more minutes to kind of hang out. And I just wanted to kind of connect with y'all. I was like, y'all can't be announcing stuff while I'm trying to take care of business right now. But I'm super curious, right? So like OpenAI, let's see what's going on. You guys know OpenAI is hiring? They have jobs listing right here. So go ahead and apply. But yeah, I'm curious to see what people are saying right now. So this is sort of updates. Let's see. Anything interesting new here? Let's see. Browser incoming, Chrome dinosaurs, MCP support. MCP support could be interesting. They do have some MCP support already and stuff. So that could be interesting. Always something same day Anthropic. Okay, yeah, of course, everyone's doing this type of thing. Congrats to this. Okay, what's the deal with all the spam on X? So yeah, I'm really curious to see what everyone's launching right now. I need to apply because my government shut down. Bro, I know. I heard they're going to shut down some of the air traffic controllers and stuff, which is going to be nuts. But I'm not really trying to get into that right now. Hello. How's it going, man? We're trying to figure out what in the world OpenAI is launching. It sounds like it could be a web browser. It also sounds like it could be health related. There's some sneaky spies up in here who are trying to leak some data. And they said that like, if you notice the web browser thing, it actually goes across, but also goes across at the same rate that you would normally see an EKG signal. So if you see that little heartbeat goes, it low-key does the same thing, but it does it in different tabs. So maybe you're keeping tabs on your health, right? Also, another big deal for those who don't know is that like, if you're managing someone who's doing like elder care and stuff like that, as this baby boomer generation is entering the last phases of their life, they in the United States have like accumulated the most amount of wealth in all of our generations, and they've incurred like the highest, like every asset that they've owned, whether it's house or stock, has like gone up like at an incredible rate compared to like previous generations. So now they hold a lot of wealth. And for those who are into business, if you're thinking about launching some type of business, if you're like want to launch something that goes after this market, it is not only growing, but it's going to be like the biggest like money, like in terms of like potential for helping them, because going from 0 to 1 is already very helpful. And so some of the opportunities that I see is like maybe some of these bigger companies already see that happening. And if you're having some type of intermediary where like you're taking care of an elder one and they connect to a health institution, now you can ask AI as a person who's caring for them, because a lot of us are going to be using technology. So if you're like millennial generation X, if you're Gen Z now, you're probably watching some of your older like family members taking care of those parents or grandparents at this phase of life, and you're probably already using AI to navigate your own life. And why not connect and use AI to manage the complicated health space of these types of things? And so having these different tabs or these different locations to manage the health, to me, can be extremely valuable, because there's just a lot going on. I mean, just in my own personal experience over the last couple of months, there's like in 1 week, you can have like 3 appointments on the same day. There's reminders for each of those appointments. There's medications to pick up for one doctor, and then there's a referral for another doctor. There's labs. There's a whole bunch of round tripping that you normally don't really think about as a young person. But when you have a person at this type of stage of life, there's just almost an overwhelming amount, and they can barely keep up themselves. So then obviously it's kind of delegated out to other family members. And so not everyone has the like capability to pay for nurses and all these different things. So even if you do, you still need to organize this data. And I feel like if OpenAI starts stepping in this direction, because they kind of already dropped some hints of health related things with somebody, actually just kind of researching their own, I think it was like a cancer treatment or something like that, or just kind of navigating health, that's a huge opportunity. But if you're a person like making apps in this space, I feel like there's a giant opportunity for you to do something like this. Right now, I'm just putting everything into Notion and then trying to like organize databases and things and trying to become clear, because there's just, the discovery phases, there's all these different phases that kind of come along. So I just wanted to share like my personal experience, and I don't know what the actual announcement's going to be. And as the video is not really very clear as far as what's going to happen yet, but I do like these little teaser videos because they're super helpful in terms of like try to see where the puck is going. And so once again, you can kind of see like this little tab type of thing, and everyone's like, of course it's a browser. But I did like that interesting observation of like how it's kind of in a pulsating like fashion, like an EKG. And so I thought that would be really interesting. So good day. How's it going? How's it going, Kareem? What's stopping Anthropic and OpenAI just to create these apps and have the capital? So I don't know if you realize this, but just like any specific company, there's a reason why you're using Perplexity. There's a reason why you're using ChatGPT instead of Google, right? If you say, well, why doesn't Google just make the AI? They have all the GPUs, right? We saw what happened. Why doesn't like X do Y? Because we saw what happened. Why does Lyft have to come in? Because Uber is already there, right? Like, it doesn't mean that like everyone still has a space. It's still $1 billion industry. Now we're talking about $1 trillion industries, bro. Like Nvidia hitting 4 trillion, bro. I'll take 1% of that. That's 1 billion, bro. Right? Take take 0.01% of that. Right? Like these industries are massive. And so if you have a specific skill, don't get discouraged. Go build in that skill. Like you're going to bridge the gap, and you're the leader right now in that community. They need you, right? The fact that you're even on here means that you're basically already tuned into the AI like wavelength. And there's a whole lot of people right now that need help. And we're seeing this evolution just unfold so fast. I was just talking to someone, and they said like 3 months ago, they were like, we were talking about Claude Code and like these different agents MD files. Like agents MD files are kind of a new concept, right? For controlling agents in the last like 3 months. Like that standard is totally new, and like all of this stuff just happened. And if you're only kind of keeping tabs on the weekends, just on AI, it moves so fast that in 3 months, you're like almost completely like rewriting all your everything about AI. And so I kind of want to leave you with that. You know what I mean? It's like kind of put that in perspective and don't discount something just because one big company is doing it. And I think like the whole point of business is to stay alive, because every single day some new thing is going to come out and always try to take over, especially if you have some viable income coming in, because that means this stuff is happening. And I want to leave you also with this visual that I think about every single day. And I think it's Alex Hormozy dropped this in a video, and I think I found it really amazing. So he has like a stadium full like 75,000 people. They get let out. It's like a concert, right? Snoop Dogg, everyone's, doing whatever they're doing recreationally, legally, or whatever they're doing. They come out hungry, right? And so one dude shows up with a hot dog stand and people are just like going to it. And the professor asks like, why is everyone just like blowing up this guy's hot dog stand? And everyone's like, it's the organic, it's the vegan, it's the whatever. And then it's like, okay, no. And someone's like, he's feeding a hungry crowd. And it's like, yeah, that's actually the reason, is because people are coming out, they're hungry. So what happens is the demand is already showing up, and people, there's already a line. If you show up with the hot dog stand and just show up right next to that guy, you're going to get half that traffic immediately, because no one wants to wait in line. They're not going to wait 10 minutes to get a hot dog. They're going to go immediately to you. And then if 10 people show up, you have like 75,000 people show up, 10 hot dog stands show up. You're like, all right, why do I want to show up? There's like 9 people selling hot dogs. There's demand. There's people who don't want to wait. They want to go immediately to you and give you that money. And so this is the AI space right now, right? Like there's like 1 or 2 or 3 hot dog stands. Go bring your hot dog stand or whatever you got, like organic, just show up. Just show up. Start figuring out what thing you need to sell. Don't be selling like some shoes or something. People are hungry. Go feed them. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll figure out what's going on with OpenAI's announcements. I got to head on out. I got a 9 o'clock appointment in town, and I appreciate you stopping by real quick to say hello to me, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace out, y'all.